It's the Vikings and the Panthers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The numbers on the ground for Lynch a week ago: 13 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
He's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had the script. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wilkins on 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense defense, you're going to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Barnes, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -, brings up 3rd down. Going play action, Wilkins. And that will be incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much... And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnston, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Coates. Nice footwork at the 25. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the give, this is Lynch. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll throw now on the final play. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 2nd and 12, Wilkins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going to the wrong under pressure, and they got to him again. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at...
It got his man complete. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the handoff, Lynch. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 28-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. taken at about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Shotgun snap for Wilkins. Under pressure, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. And now out comes Minnesota. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A good gain on first, has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
1st down, the run with Lynch. A little juke. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Back now here on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
If you were me, you do.
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilkins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Wilkins. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilkins, he finds his man, complete. That's Fisher. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Wilkins, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Dances by him. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And to give this time to the tailback. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, we got 3 down. 55's my guy, 55. Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota.